I watched this Malayalam film in a very unique circumstance, where the sequel of this film is already out and getting great reviews, and that made me go check out the first one. And that's how I discovered an underrated gem, which probably I would have never watched if not for the sequel. Since I watched it, I am wondering why hasn't Bollywood remade it yet? It's right up their alley. Maybe because of the problematic messaging? Let's talk about Bharathanatyam. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and I had no idea that this film existed and it came out just in 2024. I saw the trailer of the second part which looked really good, and from there I understood that this is a sequel to the first one. So I had to watch it. Now the sequel is still not playing around me, but whenever I watch it, I'll make a review of it, so do subscribe to get that. Now the concept of this film is amazing. It's not new, but the way they deal with it, that's what makes it refreshing. And while watching the film, Bollywood remake was written all over it. And I think it's the execution of this film that surprised me. Like, it has all the potential to go into that chaos, to do crazy stuff with the gags, make us laugh out loud every single time. Like, they can go full on Priyadarshan and maybe he can remake it in Bollywood. But this film surprisingly does none of it. Like, it is a comedy drama, but I cannot even call it that. I'll just say it's a drama. And it just really took me back, and that really affected my mind. Maybe if I had watched this film before getting into Malayalam cinema, I would have not liked this film. I would have called it a bad one. That's what will happen if you watch this film with the lens of limited understanding of what entertainment can be. But because I'm trained over time in watching Malayalam cinema, the simplicity this film goes with makes it more fun for me. The film is just around 2 hours. There was no point in the film where I was laughing out loud, but there were plenty where I was smiling. This film comes under the Malayalam chill category, but it keeps you hooked. Something or the other keeps happening that keeps the pace going. It's almost like you are dropped into the world of these characters and just witness what's happening. This family, how it works, and how an event takes place that introduces chaos in their lives. If I read the one-line synopsis of this film, it just says the film depicts a young man's struggle to protect a family secret from their nosy neighbors and villagers. That's it. That's pretty much the story. And through the telling of the story, there's no exaggeration at all. There are no over-the-top moments. There's no cracking of jokes every 2 minutes. And that's everything Bollywood would do with this story. Like, beat by beat, I can predict the adaptation. Because there is so much potential. And I think there is a version that can exist like that, which is just unhinged, balls to the walls, all out and laughter riot. But not going that way, not doing that, being very reserved about it, making it very natural. For me, that's what makes it stand out. Now, I don't want to give away spoilers if you haven't seen the film, but there are certain elements I want to share, so a big spoiler alert. We have a very orthodox family. The father is the eldest and he's respected, and when his days are numbered, he drops a big truth bomb that he has another family in some other town, and he shares this information with his first family because he thinks he's gonna die. But that doesn't happen, and that is such an organic situation for comedy, but also a lot of drama. Now, this is the kind of comedy this film is going for. That with the original family, he has 4 kids, 2 daughters, 2 sons. And with the other family, there's only 1 son. And that son is an exact replica of his youngest son here. They are literally twins. And that is funny. That is hilarious. But the film never overplays it. Like, having twins, there's so much potential to just swap them, put them in different situations and create different gags. And there are hints of that may happen, but the film never goes there at all. Like, there's so much chaos you could create with just this simple element. But they don't do it. They just want to keep it very simple. Now, because there are 2 families, what will happen to the wealth of the father? How will it be distributed? Will there be a conflict about it where both the families fight over it? Again, that is teased in the film, but we never go there. They just play it very simple. Now, both the wives will be at odds. They'll be pitched against each other, and that's a very natural thing to do. But that can also go in the way of making it a male gaze, that both these women wants to fight for this one man who actually cheated both of them. But the film never goes there at all. Now, this family really cares about their reputation, so they are hiding this secret from everyone around. But we have this big nosy neighbor who wants to find out the truth. Again, an element which can be overplayed. He's a big antagonist. He's trying to do so many things to get the information out. There could be so many gags around it. But the film doesn't do any of that. And hearing all of this, like the film doesn't do this, doesn't do that, like all of these should be like criticisms about the film. That there's so much potential and they didn't do any of it. Then what's the point? I think the point is that in the day and age where everyone's trying to do too many things, overstuff their narratives, over stylize it, the TikTok effect, too many things happening on the screen to give you that visual experience, to overstimulate the viewer so that they don't lose the tension of the audience. In that era, taking a route of simplicity, that's like a rebellion. That's the bold move to go for. That is exactly what makes Malayalam cinema stand out. That is why they are different. I don't think any other industry would have taken this subject matter and make it so simple. And maybe that's the reason not many people know about the film or have talked about it. I've seen the ratings of the film online and it's not that great. It's mid. And I'm sure if this is remade into Bollywood with all of those antics, and if it is well done, it will become very mainstream and very popular. But where does the problem come? The messaging of the film. Is the film celebrating infidelity? Is it a propaganda that the family should accept all of it? It is okay, the father made a mistake. Is the film normalizing all of it? I don't think so. Because the film makes a point that the character who committed the sin suffers for making that choice. It is not a happy ending at all. And in the climax also, it's not really a closure. It's not that everything is solved. There are so many things that are left unresolved, that are left unsaid. And at the end, the messaging of the film is about love. It's about empathy. Like why we should punish someone who themselves are the victims of someone else's actions. Why there has to be a fight between both the families when it's none of their mistake. Why should they hate each other? And again, the film keeps it simple. When you see a film like this that shows you the clarity the director has, how the vision of the story is clear from the start to the end. And it's interesting that within 2 years a sequel is coming out with the same director. And having seen the first film, I'm very excited for the second one. But all of this makes me wonder, what are some other films in Malayalam cinema which should get a sequel, which has that potential to take the story ahead? Let me know in the comments. And then if you haven't checked out my Vada 2 review, definitely check it out here. We did a whole live spoiler discussion also on it. It's on the channel. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time.